When you think of the next big game that will shake up the gaming community, you think of AAA titles that are backed by huge communities. Well, currently that isn't the case, as this is Palworld. The more common name people have been giving this game is Pokemon with guns. Strange, I know, but where on earth did this game come from? Who would have thought it would have taken the gaming community by storm? Currently outselling every game on Steam, breaking sales and player count records left, right and centre. This game is crazy. Only been out since the 18th of January, this game is everywhere, with player counts reaching as high as 1.8 million and still growing, destroying every Steam game's concurrent player count as it beats the likes of CSGO, Dota and PUBG. After 6 days of being released, the company behind it all has already amassed 6 million in sales, which is bizarre, almost beating big title games like Skyrim for first week sales. It's no surprise the game is currently Steam's #1 seller. But isn't the game just a knockoff of Pokemon? Well, the company behind it all is the beast Pocket Pair, a company that is only really known for doing one previous title called Craftopia, another craft survival style game, just no powers in it. When you look at that game and compare it to Palworld, you can see how many features have been just transferred over and implemented into this game, as they must have worked pretty well. Well, if you're not already familiar with the game, then you should know the game isn't based around Pokemons, or as they call them in the game, pals. Essentially, the game is a survival craft game where you capture wild creatures to join your crew to use them for many different things. The game takes features or similarities from many games like Ark, Valheim, Pokemon, features that are somewhat noticeable in the game. One thing that is for sure is that the game has put a little bit of an innovative twist on it, as you don't just use the pals to fight, but to work, as no, they're not your slaves, but your pals doing jobs for you. Simply gathering materials, growing farms, or even joining you in battles against other pals, NPCs, bosses, or other players. Now you can't just go and get the strongest pal straight off the bat, but how the progression works is that you just kind of complete certain quests, then you and your pals kind of gain levels. One thing that is also in the game is that there's something called level sync, so if your character is only level 8 say, and you have a Pokemon that's level 10, the pal will come down to level 8 as well, so it can't be a higher level than you. To which your levels give you the abilities to spend points to unlock other blueprints, like workbenches, furnaces, or even hot springs. When looking through the technologies available to unlock, you first feel like there is way too much, but as a fellow Ark player, this was nothing. Though I did have this feeling maybe it would be more of a grind game, kind of like Rust, or that kind of feel. But once you started to catch powers, you come to realize that the whole operation can basically be automated. That is the innovative twist that I was referring to earlier, as it kind of makes it unique and separates it from other crafting survival games like Minecraft, Terraria, or even Valheim. How the powers works is pretty basic. All of them have different attributes and element types, aka Pokemon types, making them better at some things compared to others, and allowing them to do certain tasks that some powers can't do. Just like Pokemon, you have the basic water, fire, and grass types, plus many other types that are very similar to the Pokemon games. Once you level up, you can assign more powers to do more jobs, and just have a larger army overall. The map you're placed on is very interesting, as the generation of it is incredible, and gives off that kind of Zelda-esque kind of feel to it, with all the mountains and intricate but beautiful terrain. The map itself is quite large, and to help that, there are fast travel points spread across the map for you to discover. Or, if you have a flying type pal, capable of carrying you, you're able to use that as a mode of transport. The pals are dispersed around the map. As you leave the starting area, it tends to get harder, with either more dangerous pals or just higher level ones spawning. Also, you'll be able to get the chance to take on early bosses that will be just roaming around. As you progress in the game, more and new pals will start to spawn, giving you a sense of freshness to the game, which is definitely well done by the developers. Now the combat is a fun thing, as in battle, you'll most likely do majority of the damage, but that might all change in the late game, as I'm unsure. You get to run around with 5 pals, but only one at a time, to which you can easily switch between them during the fight. If your pals fall to 0, you'll have to take them back and revive them back at the Poke Center, your main base. And let's not forget that you are capable of using guns, and giving Pokemon's guns as well, pals, which then they might do a lot of damage. I just haven't progressed that far yet. The game is still in early access, and has only been out for less than a week now, so weird bugs and annoying features are in the game. That being said, they don't exactly ruin the game, as sure it's annoying when your pal stops doing its tasks, or just gets stuck on an invisible obstacle, but that's early access games for you. I do feel a little bad when they have kind of just ripped off Pokemon with the whole pals thing, but Pokemon really did do it to themselves, as they didn't innovate or take the opportunity to do this style of game. Anyway, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it means a lot for the channel's growth. Thank you for watching. Peace.